All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Three Amigos podcast. This edition is going to be another random ramble kind of sort of thing where we're just going to talk about last week's Pokemon showcase, basically. It was a big deal for us, especially including me and my three amigos here. We got Anthony, we got Chris, and myself just marking out over Pokemon. Guys, what'd you think about that stupid showcase? Not stupid, but just amazing showcase. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I loved it. They made me more excited for Pokemon Snap, which I think is overpriced, but still looks really good.
Ooh, and you're gonna have a field day with that, aren't you?
And yeah, the Diamond and Pearl remakes I thought look good to me. I mean, I always get a little confused when people complain about Pokemon's graphics because it's like, have you not been paying attention the last 25 years? The games used to be in black and white. Like, they used to literally be one color for the entire playthrough. So I don't know. I'm cool with them keeping the original art style and mixing in that like 3D battle system. So yeah, I think it looks good.
Okay. And what do you think?
So I don't know how I feel about Pokemon Snap because it is just an overpriced photo mode. But like, I love photo mode in games, but you're not paying for the photo mode. You're paying for the actual game. You're paying for Spider-Man. You're paying for God of War, etc. So I don't know how I feel about this game, other than it does look pretty good for a Pokemon game. I'm sure I don't know how many Pokemon are in the game, but I'm sure they're all gonna look amazing. As for the Diamond and Pearl remakes, I have almost no memory of anything that happened in those games, but I'm excited because even though it is it a remake or remastered? It's basically like a remake, right?
I mean, I guess like kind of both.
Remaster. Yeah.
It depends what you define as like Final Fantasy remake, where the original game looked like garbage and they literally like redid the entire thing and blew the story out another 10 hours. Or like, I mean, technically, I guess these are remakes because the originals didn't have like a 3D overworld battle system. Like,
Right.
so I guess in that sense.
Because like my issue was the original tweet that came out made me in particular and others believe that it was a Let's Go title.
Yeah.
And there's not that the Let's Go games are terrible. It was just the fact that for me it was the fact that why am I paying $60 for a mobile phone mechanic in a AAA title? And when they came out and said it's an actual like Pokemon game, I lost my mind because I was like, this is incredible. We finally get this. We see that they are making more remakes. They are making them more and more, and therefore it opens the door for us to finally see the black and white remakes in a couple of years. So it's it's great, man.
I mean, I gotta add in real quick though. As you say that, it opens the door. I'm a little disappointed. Can't lie. You know this, Chris. It's gotta come, and I have to say it. Is that I wish we would have gotten some remakes, 3D, full blown. Let's Go. I'll even take Let's Go. Johto League. Man, I would have been super hyped if we would have gotten the Gen 2 starters, Feraligatr, Cyndaquil, Chikorita. I would have marked out for all of that. Or if they gave us both Gen 2 and Gen 4 in a Let's Go style, even if it wasn't Let's Go, like, you know what? Like, so just give that to me because I want to play it on my Switch. I don't do handheld anymore, other than, you know, when I take my Switch out and playing on it. Like, that's the only time I'm going to do handheld. I think handheld is not where it is anymore. You know, not like when we were growing up with the Game Boys and all that. So, like, I would have preferred to see Johto come back because I think it's just as popular as the Kanto. Gen 3 is also incredible. Gen 4 to me, because I never played Gen 4, never played Diamond and Pearl, because I didn't get a DS. I was broke, I was poor. As a kid, I didn't have any money, so I didn't play that. But now that it is out there, I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited. It's coming. I want to play. I'm excited to try a region that I haven't tried among the other regions that I haven't tried besides Sword and Shield and the Galar. But I'm excited just to try this out. You know, more stuff for the Switch means more content that I can try. And even again, if it's just a remake, it's exciting for me because I've obviously moved away from Nintendo, focused on PlayStation, Sony, and Xbox and Microsoft. So this announcement, this whole thing was incredible to me. And I honestly I'm blown away with what they gave overall. I was happy with it.
Yeah, I have I mean, to lead us into Pokemon Legends, which I think probably deserves a decent chunk of this discussion. I have a theory actually about what's happening with Johto. Given the somewhat altered release schedule now for the games, where we're not getting a new gen in November, and instead we're getting a who even knows what Game Freak is going to do with this new IP, I guess, that they're expanding on the Pokemon universe. I would not be surprised to see Johto remakes in the Let's Go style in November 2022, because it doesn't seem like they're going to turn around and have Gen 9 ready to go literally 6 months after the release of Legends, which looks like they've probably been working on it since Sword and Shield came out. So this might also be the most development time we've gotten for Pokemon game in a while. But what did you guys think of the Legends reveal?
So what I think is going to happen, because as we mentioned, Legends is a completely new style for them. I think either one of two things is going to happen, because we know that they take some development from one game and put it to help make their next game. So either Legends could be, and it's highly unlikely, but it could be the final Pokemon game, being that it is about the god of Pokemon and it is a whole new format, or Legends could be not only just a game, but one of their ways of having a quote unquote tech demo to use those mechanics for the next generation Pokemon, which could then be their biggest, baddest Pokemon game, and maybe not their final game. Most likely not their final game, but
they're never gonna stop making Pokemon.
I do think the Legends mechanic is going to be used in the next generation. What is Sword and Shield? Gen 9, Gen 8, Gen 9, right?
Yeah,
8. Gen 8. So the Legends mechanics could be used for Gen 9, I think.
Yeah, I could see that. I think also what's interesting is so how there was a lot of controversy with Sword and Shield because they very clearly reused assets from I guess what was it, Sun and Moon? That was before Sword and Shield?
Yeah.
So far, at least, I mean, look, Legends is so early in development that it's really not even fair to critique it.
And there they are,
I think either Nintendo or Pokemon Company kind of overstepped and went to Game Freak and was like, look, we need you to promote something because it's our 25th anniversary. We don't care if the game's super, super early in its build. But there are no reused assets for them to pull from to make Pokemon Legends. They're doing a different art style. They're going cell shaded. They're potentially going to be introducing, Sinonian forms of Pokemon from different regions. So this is about as close to back to the drawing board as they could possibly go, which I think probably explains the Sword and Shield DLC. There's no way Pokemon Legends just became an idea within the last 12 months. They definitely right out for a while.
Yeah, of course, it was very well hidden.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm very curious. I mean, there's a lot. We could do a whole 20 minutes on this is the first time they've really expanded the lore of Pokemon. They don't really go too far into fan theories, but this is a pretty interesting time to lean into. Yeah, I mean, they're introducing the original Pokeballs. This is this is really in-depth stuff that Game Freak is not really known for.
Like the wooden ones, you mean?
Yeah.
What happened?
The wooden Pokeballs. Seeing that, it just brought me back to the movies. Chris, I know you and I talked about it, from that movie with was it Pokemon Forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was with young Professor Oak using that old wind-up Pokeball. That, it's I like the expansion, the lore. There's so much potential to happen, with Team Rocket maybe even existing as far back,
right?
Or Team Magma, or all these stuff.
Yeah, like we saw the characters they showed off have the Team Galactic patch on their sleeve. So
right.
is
And that's something
this
I don't know, and that's fine, and I don't care if it's spoiled for me just now. But like, it doesn't matter. Like that's so.
Oh
cool.
no, that Team Galactic's just the bad guys in Gen 4.
Okay, yeah.
How they factor into ancient Sinnoh, I have no idea, and I'm
That's
very
the
interested.
thing, because like if you look at the trailer, their clothes look a bit too modern for ancient Sinnoh, and that's just what I
Disagree.
felt like.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree. It looks very. I'll be honest. Like when I saw that outfit, I'm like, what are they, ninjas? Because like it was. I thought it was a little too like ancient, but I don't know. We don't know anything about this game, so we can't really criticize it too much, other than just that like what is a story? Like that's the only thing I'm questioning. Is like, what are we gonna get as a story? You know, like I enjoyed Sword and Shield story overall. I know you didn't. Chris, I think Chris liked it. I had fun with it. Yeah, it was fine. So like I honestly do want to get a good story. That's not something you play for Pokemon to do, but I would love to get a good story out of this, because if you're going this far back in time trying to expand or create new lore, you know, give us a good story.
Yeah,
I will say this.
Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead.
So I'm taking a look at the pictures of the trailer, and you are right. The clothes are not as modern. It just looked funny to me in the trailer, but you're right. They do kind of look like ninjas. But I'm wondering, since it is a game about Arceus, what are we going to see in terms of the Pokemon world creation? Are we going to see the world being created? Are we going to have any connections with Dialga and Palkia and Giratina and those stupid Lake Guardians and all the other stuff? You know, because you can't hype a game up with the main point being the creator of the Pokemon world, and it has really no impact or no major impact on it. I'm hoping they don't drop the ball. I'm very excited. It's literally Pokemon Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. The last thing I wanted to talk about briefly with Legends as we come up on our time is okay, I was a big fan of the GameCube games, Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness.
Yep.
And those were not made by Game Freak. There was a branching story throughout both games. There were never any gyms. There weren't even wild Pokemon in the first game. And people have been begging. Like, those games have a cult fan base. People have been begging for Nintendo to release them on Switch with an emulator or something. And the thing with Game Freak is, like, as much as people get on them, I think people need to be pretty careful with how they respond to Legends, because if you go back and like track how the games have been developed, Game Freak bends really quickly to people not liking what they did. Because like when Gen 5 came out, it was really divisive because it was very story based. There were like a lot of cutscenes. There was a whole, subplot with N and Reshiram and Zekrom and Gestis and all this stuff going on. And a lot of people didn't like it. And so then we got Gen 6, which there was like no story at all. Those games were so incredibly boring. And so they heard that again. They were like, okay, cool. We'll go do Gen 7. No more gyms. You're on an island. People are like, we don't like that either. We want the gyms back. They were like, cool. We'll do Galar. We'll give you your gyms back. Is this okay? And they were like, no, because the double jump animation sucks. And like, these games aren't as fun. Like, the wild area is not as cool as it could be. And so they said, okay, we're going to take a couple years off here. We're going to make a brand new Pokemon game. I'm hoping that Legends is like one of their, now like we can expect a new Legends game every few years to get excited about. But I'm worried that, like, same with Let's Go, right? People complained about Let's Go so hard that they were like, okay. We're not going to do Let's Go. We're not going to do the Let's Go mechanics. We're going to give you a faithful remake of Gen 4 because you didn't want Let's Go, and then they complained anyway.
And they want Let's Go Johto instead.
I'm so worried that Legends, regardless of whether or not any of us like it, it's gonna, because I liked Let's Go. I thought those games were great. I'm worried that people are gonna complain and Game Freak is gonna be like, you're right, this is stupid. Like, let's go back to like 8 gyms, Elite 4, like. So yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see where it goes, but I'm paranoid that people are gonna bully Game Freak into going back to normal.
I think my final quick point to make is that with the discussion of Game Freak using certain mechanics from previous games into newer games, it does come into the wild area being the mechanic to create the Legends game. And it could possibly be that they're making this type of remake for Diamond and Pearl to see how fans reacted to this one versus how they reacted to Let's Go. And then see, oh, maybe they like this one better. We'll keep doing these remakes, or they actually like the Let's Go better, so we're gonna do more Let's Go's instead.
Yeah, and they outsourced this one. So, Game Freak made the Let's Go games and then had to, rush out Sword and Shield right after that. And this time they probably knowingly outsourced it ahead of time. Was like, look, we have this big new project. We can't also do Diamond and Pearl remakes because then you legit won't get a new Pokemon game for like 3 years.
Right.
And so I wonder if we'll see them doing more of this where they're like, hey, we have really big ideas, but like we can't keep doing remakes for people every other year. So maybe this is a better way to handle it. We just outsource it to somebody else.
I guess just to close out here, overall, I think we can all agree that we're excited in the direction, at least us three, the Three Amigos group, we're excited on where Pokemon is heading. Yeah. I don't know. I could be wrong. Ant, do you agree? I don't know. Like, are you excited?
I am excited because I think that they've been doing it. I understand the whole point of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think Pokemon is starting to, or for a while, it's been parts of it has been broke. And they are trying something new and exciting, and I'm all for it. I like to see innovation. It's all about innovation. How much are you willing to innovate in your new projects?
Okay. Yeah, this is the most excited I've been for like a Pokemon game in I don't even know how long. Like maybe from when Gen 3 came out or Gen 2. Like I am cautiously optimistic, but I mean like. If I'm being completely honest, this looks like it's about to be the greatest Pokemon game ever made.
Wow!
Like I can't hide the fact.
You heard it here.
Like this game looks so much like what we've all always been asking for. That like we're finally getting it, and yeah. I am so highly anticipating Legends to come out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic as well. I'm still up in the air about pre-ordering, but most likely I'm still going to get this game day one, as much as I think most of us are. So, I mean, I give them props. It was a great presentation, and honestly, the best we could do right now is just wait and see what is there more to come. So we got to be patient, and yeah, I mean, it's an exciting time to be a Pokemon fan, especially for three guys that are almost in their 30s, being excited about animated animals from the 90s. So take that as you will to the people who are listening. And really, that's pretty much it. So thank you everyone for listening. Thanks, guys. Plug yourself in real quick. Anthony, Chris, where can people listen and follow you guys?
I mean, I have a YouTube channel, Film Cubano, where I do film reviews, but follow us here, goddammit. We are going to grow this channel, all right? Yes, I'm tired of plugging other stuff. If you want to listen to us here, okay? Yeah, you can come find me doing my other stuff, but I love doing these videos, and I really hope this starts to catch on.
Appreciate you for that. Ant, how about you? What you got to say?
You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Anthony Olan, Olan Tech. I do as a tech channel, I try to do a lot more tech reviews, but it hasn't really been possible. So I do have game reviews and tech discussions. I have a weekly segment called Tech Trend Tuesdays, talk about the new the tech that's going on. And I also have Angry Rants, which seems to be my highest viewed videos of me just bitching at a camera. So check out my Angry Rants, and let's help me reach the 200 mark. I'm at 126 right now. So check it out there.
All right. Love the plug-in. Thank you, everybody, whoever is out there listening, friends, family, everybody, strangers, my local pastor. It doesn't matter. Our local pastor. Really appreciate the listen. Thank you, guys, all for tuning in. Pokemon is an exciting time. Let us know in the comments or reach us out via email and let us know if you're excited about Pokemon. Thank you. Have a good one. Amigos out.